The session I've just been involved with is what agencies need to know. And my particular part was about what's going on in marketing. And my subject matter was about behavioural science, decision science. So what I do as a business is look at consumer behaviour and how marketing can affect change in that behaviour by bringing in learnings from different fields of science: neuroscience, cognitive psychology, social psychology, and behavioural economics. Because what I've found, having been a client for 25 years, is that actually science knows a lot more than marketing does about human behaviour. And the irony is that marketing is founded on an insight of, I want to change behaviour. What drives consumers? What are their needs and wants? And how can I best position my brand against those? And I found in my experience that I can learn, and marketeers can learn, a huge amount from tapping into what's already been studied and is known in different fields of science. I think it's absolutely fundamental that clients and agencies embrace knowledge from science. And the reason I say that is that in my experience, marketing tends to be like a dog that barks at every passing car. You know, as a brand manager, I used to obsess about the shiny new things that are going on. And today it's all about digital, it's all about social, and we obsess about Facebook likes and about programmatic and things like that. And actually, there are some of the basics that we're still not doing very well. For example, when we launch new products, every year between 80 and 90% of new products fail. But why is that? We've been doing marketing for many decades now, and yet we're still making clumsy mistakes. And what I've found so far is that we can help to overcome a lot of those mistakes just with a better understanding of science. So my plea today to the agencies was, go back to the basics, go back to the roots of insight and understand consumer behaviour and what can change that behaviour, because then you'll get better outcomes for your clients anyway. You will get better commercial results, and it's actually a lot of fun as well. I'd love people who heard my sessions take away, wow, there's some eye-opening stuff here that I didn't know. Some of it is quite challenging to what I thought before, that challenges my existing paradigms and mental models, and that's the experience that I had as well. It was quite uncomfortable to learn that maybe some of the stuff that I've been doing for many years was not as good as it could have been, but now I know the reason why. So I would love them to think, well, there's someone who's made this transition from having worked with brands for 25 years, client side. He's now on the agency side. He's not a neuroscientist. He hasn't got a PhD in psychology, yet he understands enough about this to make a difference commercially. And maybe that's what I could do as well. So that's really what I want them to take away. I think the Indie Summit is fantastic. I met Julian a couple of years ago at another event, and as a result of that, he invited me to speak here. I had no idea what to expect, but so far it's been brilliant. Great people, everyone's really open to having conversations. Even starting today with the panel session, when it was thrown open to the audience for questions, normally at conferences there's a deathly silence and no one speaks, and then finally someone puts their hand up. But immediately there were lots of questions and people wanting to engage and being very open and honest as well, which was perhaps a surprise to me. But great engagement with the panel, great engagement amongst the audience from many different cultures and geographies. And I'm just really looking forward to the rest of it. I've really enjoyed taking part in the Indie Summit, and I'm looking forward to being a delegate for the rest of it. I'm looking forward to meeting lots of new people, having lots of really interesting conversations.